Tonight's guest is an amazing person. She is known for being lovely and wonderful, as well as being welcoming, and she's a big lover of horror games that sometimes get her to scream in fear. We're gonna dive deep into more lore about the channel and what is played mostly and what she's up to, how she got on Twitch, and more. I'm happy to welcome Zumi, or known on Twitch as Naowozumi, to tonight's episode of Twitch Tea Time.
Hello.
In this space, we're going to talk about everything from gaming to Twitch, as well as some mental health topics and more. So just grab a drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy. First thing before I start, I want to tell you, relax. It's just like us chatting, so don't be nervous. Now I'm getting nervous.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Been a bit sick, but doing much better actually.
Yeah, a lot of people around me are getting sick. I don't know what's going on. Like, why?
I think it's like a tiny flu going around.
Yeah. Can you tell me about how you discovered Twitch and how you decided to become a streamer and a bit about the channel?
Oh yeah. So my Twitch journey has started as me being one of those lurkers. I was there quite a few years before I actually started streaming because I like watching playthroughs of certain YouTubers and Twitch streamers, like during COVID, the Among Us channels, you know. And then my sister started streaming, and I was there as a mod for like a year. I kept saying, no, I don't need to stream, I'm fine just watching. I was fine in my little shell,
and
just having a good time.
You're killing it, you know?
And here I am. So after like a year, they kind of just got me there. I was like, sure, I'll try it. And then it's been a year now, and I've been really enjoying it.
Yep. We can tell about just giving how really good you're doing. I'm not bragging or not showing you off to the listeners, but really she's very welcoming. It's very warm there. It does get intense because of the games, but besides that, she's really welcoming, supportive, affectionate. That's what I sensed from just chatting with her and stuff. You'll get to know her better tonight. So I have a question that's been kind of spiraling in my head. Where did the name Naowozumi come from, and does it mean something specific?
You are going to be so disappointed once you know. I needed a game Steam name type of thing a couple of years back.
Okay.
So I grabbed one of those randomizers, which gave me the name Naowozumi, and I tried putting that on Twitch, and Twitch was like, nah, that won't work. So I kind of just added an OO in there to make it work. I never expected to actually stream under this name, so it was kind of just an auto-generated thing that I picked up.
Oh, so how was it spelled initially?
Without the W-O in it, so Naowozumi.
Oh, okay, Naozumi.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now it's Naowozi.
Yeah.
I don't know why, though.
It was taken, so I just added it there.
Oh, yeah, you didn't want those fancy schmancy numbers or characters underscore in these? Yeah.
No, I would get distracted and forget that, whatever my name was.
Yeah. So, do you remember what was the first game you ever streamed?
If I were to guess, Valorant. I was really into Valorant a year ago.
Oh, okay.
I used to play shooters.
Third person or first person, or you don't mind?
Preferably FPS, but that depends on the game, I think.
Yeah. So you do a variety of games, as I'm mentioning now, including horror games. Do you have a soft spot for horror games, or is it what the people want to see, or what?
I kind of told myself if I want to have fun streaming, I want to have fun playing whichever game. So I really like horror myself. And one of the things I enjoy about streaming is just playing a game I am very interested in myself, because that's what the moment you radiate, a good vibe, I think. So I really like horror. I do get spooked, but I don't get spooked too easily, so it depends on the genre and stuff.
Yeah.
But if I were to guess, I would say my soft spot is for like sea games. I have thalassophobia, but I love sea games.
Oh, like Subnautica and those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like I really can't wait. I've said it in the previous episode. Next year is gonna be gargantuan, and gargantuan is like bigger than massive, because we have Subnautica 2 coming. We have a new Pokemon Legends ZA. We have GTA 6. We have The Sims 5. A lot of big games coming. So
I'm really excited.
that's what I was gonna ask. Are you anticipating Subnautica 2 specifically, or all of them?
Subnautica 2.
Yeah.
Just today, I think I watched a reel somewhere saying that Silksong, like the Hollow Knight sequel, might have a release date coming up in the next 6 months, which probably means we'll get it somewhere next year, I hope.
In the next 6 months, I'm sure it might be towards the holiday season, because
I
that's
hope
where
so.
I really want Pokemon like before next year, because they said like they're gonna release Switch 2, but lucky and thank God that they're deciding to release it on both Switch consoles, which is a good thing. Not everybody can get or might get the Switch 2, and it's like, sorry for the words, like, excuse my French, but like it would be a dick move from Nintendo to just shut off all of the
I'd be stuck
Nintendo
with
Switch.
my OLED if they switch to Switch 2.
Because I've heard that they're gonna do that, but I hope like they do it slowly.
Yeah, just gradually improving newer games onto the new console.
Subnautica 2 also, I've read somewhere that it's gonna be multiplayer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most. I kind of hope it has the best of... Not everyone likes Below Zero. I think it has its charms. But Below Zero is too small, but it has the best environment, so I'm kind of hoping they combine that with the first Subnautica and just make the best game they can.
Yeah, I mean, like, Below Zero was supposedly gonna be a DLC, but given how much content they put into it, they decided to release it as a standalone game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have another question, something that I noticed. I noticed that you're a part of a special stream team named the Tiny Family, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, which consists of you and both your siblings, your brother and your sister. I'm very curious about it. How is it even possible, since like none of you three is a partner? Like, did someone created for you that is a partner? Or maybe if such thing is possible to make, then I want to know how.
We had a very nice partner on Twitch a couple of months back who made it and handed it over to us to make a stream team.
I felt that, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if she's still streaming. It was Dodorodo?
Quite funny enough, that sounds familiar.
At least she was really nice to make it for us and give us a chance with it, and we really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, because I really am trying or applying to a lot of stream teams that have official what's it called, forms that you can apply.
Applications?
Applications, yeah. Well, I'll find it down the line, but
you'll get one. I swear. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
In the future, you'll have your own stream team. Wanna bet?
Let's hope so. How did you decide on what content you're gonna be streaming?
It's probably the same thing as when I played Valorant. I kind of just it sounds really annoying if I state it like that, but I want to have fun streaming, and having fun streaming means I want to have fun playing the games. I really enjoy myself.
And that's what streaming is. You play what you want, what you have fun doing or playing. It's because some people sometimes, back when I streamed Hogwarts Legacy when it came out last year. They got on their fancy horses, and I got in so much drama, into so much backlash.
The controversy around the
Yeah,
game, yeah.
yeah. One partner was lurking in my streams back when I was streaming from console, and I was like surprised because he never showed up on my channel before, and then he decides to text chat, and then he was like, "Hi, I've been lurking, and I removed your self promo from my channel regarding this game." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." And he's like, "Do you know the controversy behind it?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh, so you're willfully ignorant." I'm like, "No, bitch, bye."
Yeah,
And they all
it's a
reported
whole
it.
thing, and it kind of scared me because I like the Wizarding world, right? But it really scared me with how much backlash that was going on.
Yeah, listen, you, if you want to stream it, if you want to play it on stream, a lot of people are doing it regardless. I even had two trans people in my chat watching, and they even played it at some point. And it's just like not worth the breath, you know. Like if you want to stream it at some point, go ahead. I streamed it again this year for its 1 year anniversary back in February. So yeah,
Did you have fun playing it?
of course, I'm a big Wizarding World fan. It's kind of like part of my childhood.
Yeah. No, me too. I have the whole Harry Potter collection sitting somewhere
Yeah.
on my bookcase.
And it kinda can sometimes be a Souls-like. I'm sorry if these are considered as spoilers, but
Go for it. I don't mind.
some big bosses at the end, or maybe specifically in the end game, it completely turns into a wizarding Souls-like game, which took me
I want-
like a lot of times to beat.
The one thing I struggle with are Souls games.
Yeah, but besides that, it's all funny. I even had fun just like goofing around and just like casting spells on the animals. It was hilarious.
Just exploring, right?
Yeah. What are your limits regarding your streams? Like, what would piss you off in chat? What's the big no-no? What's allowed? What isn't?
Someone stepped into my chat today, someone I've never met, and they told me to step on a Lego. I think people that go, honestly, stepping on Lego still makes me laugh, but I feel like going beyond that, just bothering people in there, making anyone feel uncomfortable, no matter if it like were me or anyone else. I draw like a fine line in like crashing in on people's boundaries. I feel like that would be a big no-no for me.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to feel safe, and
Yeah.
the internet can be a scary place, and I kind of want to,
Yeah.
make sure that everyone has like a safe spot at least.
100%. What games you would never see yourself playing?
That's a really good question, actually. I've tried Dark Souls. I think I could try to play it off stream, but I tried it on stream, and that game made me so incredibly frustrated, and I think at some point unhappy with how little they explain. I don't think I will revisit it very quickly. I think they could be good, but the mechanic, it's a really harsh game if you manage to make a mistake. Which I manage on a daily basis. I make a lot of mistakes.
Well, yeah, we're only humans. Like, we're bound to make mistakes, and if people sometimes like people don't tolerate most mistakes, especially coming from a neurodivergent person such as myself, because I not only have ADHD, but I also ADHD comes with impulsivity, which can lead you to just unintentional kind of, let's call it reckless behavior, but it's completely like unintentional. Sometimes you get overstimulated, carried away with what you do, thinking it's like funny or you're being hilarious, but it's kind of at some aspects is causing harm to some people or to yourself. So you learn from that.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah. What can we expect from you on Twitch in the future?
Oh, oh dear. Plans. I kind of I never plan anything, which is probably my number one thing that usually goes wrong. But
Okay.
I really like doing cosplays, so I'm trying to get more done at the moment. So I
Yeah.
have a few planned, some old Valorant things, which will bring me back to trying Valorant again, despite the toxicity on that game.
Oh.
I kind of want to do more art streams. I'm always really nervous about art. I don't do it. I don't draw a lot, but
I mean,
I kind of want to try it again. So I figured,
go for it. Like a lot of people love watching art streams, and you even you can like I know someone who just doesn't talk while doing art. They just like paint and put lo-fi, and when they have time, they read chat and then they interact. Because some people like to watch the art streams as form of like relaxation or meditational sometimes, or maybe like as background noise.
yeah, no, but that and that with lo-fi, it's just
Yeah.
nice, cozy times.
Yeah, indeed. So how many hours per day or per week in general do you spend on Twitch?
Uh, that depends because I am still studying.
Uh-huh.
So it kind of depends on when my schedule picks up and when it doesn't.
Okay.
For example, now I have a lot of free time because I just finished this year. I have one more deadline left, but that's more like working from home.
Nice. Yeah.
Just recently, I finished my internship, so I was really busy during those 2 months trying to get that done. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna miss it. I loved being in the subtitling industry. It was really nice because I like language.
Oh, subtitling. I was like, subtitling. Is it like tiles or something? But then when you said like language, I'm like, okay, subtitle. Yeah.
Yeah, no, subtitling. Yeah, I was a little intern. I got to work on my own media, and
That's nice.
I really enjoyed it. And then it ended, so now I'm sitting at home again. I finished it. And now next year there's a couple of more courses I wanna see and study. So just after the summer, I think it's gonna get a bit more busy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any
But until that
specific
time-
languages, or are you focusing on English and Dutch? Maybe assuming you're from
And
the
Dutch,
Netherlands?
yeah. I know a tiny bit of other languages, but I'm not confident enough to translate
I mean,
to or from any other language.
Yeah, I am fluent in Arabic, which is like my main language. I'm fluent in French and English. I know level 1 Spanish, and I want to ameliorate my Russian. I could read.
That's amazing.
I can read Russian words, but Russian letters, but I don't know what they mean at all.
Oh, but that's so cool. So you can understand the words,
I can
but not
read,
yet translate them. Yeah.
I can read the letters, and maybe can formulate or figure out what they mean if they are similar. For example, the language, it's not called Russian in Russian. It's called Ruskiye or something like that. Or if you're Russian, maybe it's Ruskiye or Ruskia, and it's written differently. So they have different letters in Cyrillic.
That's honestly really cool. I used to be able to do that with Japanese a tiny bit. I used to be able to read and write it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't keep up with the study because it was that demanding, but I loved being able to read it.
Yeah. So to the new people out there who are thinking of like starting to stream, or have already started but like they kind of don't know what to do, or wanna like have a small advice, what's one thing you wanna tell them?
Probably something a lot of streamers say, but make sure you are comfortable. Don't let anyone push you to do things you don't want to do. So make sure you stream what you would like to see, what you would like to enjoy. Doesn't matter if you have a camera or a bad mic or anything. So long as you have fun, that's the goal of streaming.
Now we're gonna go into segment 2, which is called lightning round, or maybe it's kind of like a pop quiz. You can do just remember that if you don't have any specific answers for a question, you can freely skip it. No worries about
Okay.
that. So,
Okay.
do you mind telling me and the listeners what's your daily routine? Like something you always like to do and now it's become like regular?
Oh wow. Honestly, the one thing I like to do is I have pets. So I usually like to wake up and the first thing I do is just give my pets a little cuddle and a pat on the head. But the
Aw.
most important thing when I go to sleep, my cat likes being near me. So she always comes into my game room to pick me up. She's like, "Mom, I want candy." And then I bring her candy. She just sleeps on the bed peacefully. She always picks me up to go to sleep. It's really sweet.
Do you have any, are they only cats or do you have any other form of pets?
Oh, I have a dog and a cat, and then my
Okay.
sister who lives nearby also has two cats, so I kind of have bonus too.
Yeah, well, people call them children. So you have kind of like four children.
Honestly, two kids, and then I'm probably an auntie to two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's better phrasing. Yeah. So what's one thing you tell yourself often?
Oh, does it? Oh, things. Tell myself? I don't know, probably just to keep myself focused. I tend to get distracted really easily. I'll start one thing and then I run around doing another.
Yeah.
So I guess to stay focused and to be a bit more creative and outgoing, because I, as you know, I tend to be a bit shy and anxious. So I want to be less anxious.
Yeah, and facing your fears or your like the things that render you anxious is a good step, as you said. Like, you, I think, I don't know if you did say that, or I'm just like making things up, but you did say like you didn't quite like to play horror games, but you're facing your fears and you play them. I don't know if you said that, or maybe I'm mistaken.
It depends on the
Yeah.
game. I enjoy some of them, but there's one thing I don't like is gore. I don't think I would like that, but if
Oh, yeah.
it weren't in, I wouldn't necessarily be too scared. I think Thalassophobia, I recently played the
Oh, yeah.
Escape, the Backrooms. That was one thing where I had to face my fears, yeah.
That's the one I meant. Sorry. Yeah, I mixed them up. Yeah. So I love gore. Like any game with gore, I would watch it or play it or anything. To a point where sometimes like I could put up like Chucky or like any slasher movie and maybe fall asleep. I don't know why.
I respect that. That's a talent right there.
It kind of soothes me. It's like a stress reliever. Like, okay, maybe it's. I know it's just like all acting, but still, like, it kind of relieves some tension I have. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah. What's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve. Oh shit, my biggest?
I don't
I
like lying, for example, or like not like
I hate
saying something, then just like either postponing or just chickening out of it, like empty promises. That's the word.
Yeah, no, empty promises make sense. I think lying would be one of mine too.
Yeah.
I've always been a very honest person, honest to a fault probably. But I think telling a little, what do you call them? A white lie?
lies. Yeah.
Yeah, just if someone's not feeling up to it, I'm fine with that. Just let me know, you know? I think something like that.
Yeah, because I've had some people, well, basically one person recently that like we kept like saying, okay, we're gonna record, and they were like, yeah, let's do it. Then they cancel on me last minute saying that they're not feeling well or like they're kind of anxious about it. Then we postpone. Then the second time I assume it's an excuse because like giving how their energy was on stream, it didn't quite click with me. They said that they were going through some stuff and they needed time, and then they contact me for a third time saying like, okay, I'm ready for it. And then when the time came, they were like, I'm sorry, but like I don't feel like I'm a podcast person. And what infuriated me is that they started their own podcast. on Twitch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I ended up unfollowing, so...
You gotta protect yourself in the end, right?
In your opinion, what do you think is the worst invention ever?
The worst invention? Oh boy. I never expected this one. Oh, I have to think. Oh, today, honestly, we were talking about something. About planes. And going back to pet peeves, and how I'm anxious. Last summer, I had people tell me I couldn't recline my chair on an 8-hour flight. And now I'm getting ads on my phone for these anti-chair recliner locks.
Oh my god.
But they're useless because airplanes will kick you off if you use them. So I think I could put those on my list.
Oh my god, yeah, like, that's very, very, like, spooky or, like, creepy how stuff can relate to other stuff. Because I've had this happen to me. Like, I've spoken about something and then I get ads about it. Like, for example, I've told my dad, let's change from Colgate to Oral-B as, like, toothpaste. And then I get all these Colgate ads on YouTube. I'm like...
They're listening, I swear.
I'm like, what?
These phones are onto us.
If you were ever to be any object or creature, real or fictional, what would you be and why?
Oh, I would probably go to fictional because I'm a massive book nerd.
Yeah.
If I were to be a creature or an object, let's see. I would probably want to be some fantasy creature.
Yeah, mine is also like either a cactus or probably...
A cactus?
Yeah, a unicorn with 2 horns and wings.
I love that. Do you think you'd be like nearing a hippogriff with unicorn?
I called it a toonie Pegasus because, you know, Pegasus have like wings and and the 2 horns are on top of each other. It's not like they have like one on the left and one on the right. No, they're like on top of each other.
Would it be weird if I said I want to be dragon? I think dragons are extremely cool.
Someone also said dragon.
I'm having good vibes. I love snakes. Yeah. I'm terrified of being near them. I wouldn't be able to hold one, but I love snakes. And dragons are like big snakes with wings.
What's one thing you cannot live without?
One thing? Oh boy. I'd say family. Despite being very much being introverted, enjoying my own time, I love being near my family. I don't think I could live without them.
What would you do with $1 million?
Oh shit. Oh, we're getting real questions here.
Oh yeah.
I would probably... Oh, these are questions. I would really want to see some places in the world that would be really hard to reach. But then, I would probably... I don't think I would be responsible with that amount of money. So I would probably donate a bit to a research that is very dear to my heart. Probably research on cancer.
What's your comfort off-stream game?
My comfort off-stream? There's choices. I'm currently very invested in my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough.
Baldur's Gate, yeah. Have you streamed
it? I wouldn't stream it because it's very lore heavy. Yeah. There's a lot going on, and I like just sitting back, enjoying the story. And with stream, at least I tend to get distracted when streaming, playing story games. So I want my entire focus to be there, because I play D&D with my friends occasionally, and I've seen Baldur's Gate. I don't think I would, streaming it, multitasking, whatever's on the game. I love it, but I usually play Raft as well. It's one of my cozy games.
Ooh, I haven't played that in a long while.
If you ever need Raft information, I'm like a Wikipedia on it. It's one of my favorite games. I can keep replaying it. It's that fun for me.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. So what's the worst video game you've ever played?
The worst? Oh, you're making me think there. I would have to say, I don't know if I know my worst video game, but I think I really struggled with Ark and some of the very badly designed horror games.
Yeah.
So probably one of the few solo, small walkthroughs you would go.
Yeah, understandable.
They're not really well designed, I guess.
Yeah, understandable. So besides gaming, what are your favorite hobbies?
Well, I like drawing, and I love reading. I have a whole book collection. I would probably say I used to do sports, and I really miss that because I loved being a ballroom dancer. I wasn't good at it, but I still have my shoes hidden somewhere, and I really enjoyed it. It
That's
was a bit
nice.
of everything, and it's really
Yeah.
nice to do.
What's one thing you spend a lot of money on besides games?
Well, I'm gonna say vacation, but that's
Yeah,
because I save a lot during the year to go
yeah,
on a month vacation with my family once in the year, so we kind of save up to just dip out for a month.
yeah. That's valid.
And I think besides gaming, I mostly save up to do that.
So this one is like a three-part question. So, what's one of your all-time favorite songs?
I have to think. I didn't get songs.
Yeah, or maybe
I'm
a
very
song you're
prepared.
very addicted to recently that you're keeping on repeat.
I honestly, a song I've been recently addicted to would probably Shadow from Livingston. Also,
Oh,
a song I encountered on Insta because I think it just is onto what I like. But I also been listening to some of the songs that were on the Stranger Things playlist. So like Detroit, Rock City, and that kind of
okay.
songs. It's a bit of everything.
Yeah, people or must know by now that I'm a huge Kelly Clarkson fan, and I love listening to her discography every now and then. And she covered one of her songs, one of her very old songs from 2006 from the album that has "Because of You." Oh my God, why did I forget the
Oh, I know that song. That's a really
Breakaway?
nice song.
It's not the song. The album is called Breakaway. So the song is on the album. It's called Addicted.
I don't think I've heard it. Wait, I'm putting that on my list. Thanks to you.
She covered it on her talk show recently on in the karaoke segment. It's haunting. People are begging her and pleading so she can re-record the album or at least the song, since now her voice is like she's in her 40s and her voice has matured ever since, and it sounded better now. But I think I'm growing affectionate to the original song because of how haunting it is. I recommend you listen to the whole album as well as her 2008 album, or 2007. Oh no, 2008. Yeah, well, it's listen to Breakaway, the album, and My December. On My December, she has another haunting song. It's called Haunted. I think it's initially where the Where Are You came from, because I'm pretty sure she sang it before Blink 182 sang their version, because she says, "Where are you? I need you," something like that.
All right.
Yeah,
I will put it on my list to do. It sounds like
yeah.
a really good song. You seem really impressed.
I love Kelly Clarkson. I love delving into her discography, old songs, unheard of. My favorite album of hers and of all my existence is her 2017 album, Meaning of Life, which was a lot of R&B. She put out an R&B song, and I don't like R&B, and it's my favorite album. This is how good it is, because there's no track I could skip on it. She went from rock to R&B, and it's very sexy, very charming. She even did like her own rendition of Santa Baby in her 2020 Christmas album. I don't like that song, but her version, I could listen to it every single day, and I did listen to it 2 days ago.
So she's your favorite singer, huh?
Yep.
I love that.
So, what's one of your all-time favorite movies?
Oh, I think so. I am a massive fan of Jane Austen, and I wrote my thesis on Pride and Prejudice. So I'd have to say that the movie and the series are both my favorite. I could keep
Yeah.
rewatching it and still be really happy.
I need to watch Pride and Prejudice, even though I own the DVD of it, but I haven't.
Oh, please do.
I'm not very fond of drama movies, because like at some point, like just people talking, because like I've seen a lot of drama movies, and one of like most of them involve my favorite actress Jennifer Aniston. She had a lot of drama movies, and just sitting there watching her just chat, there's a whole scene on with her on the sofa, lounging, and I think she had wine in her hands, and she was just talking and talking. And I was like, it's all like a snooze. Like, I know it's my favorite actress, but like, I don't like the repetitiveness or the like the scenes where it's just like the scene has taken a long time to just like go on. And I know that because I'm an audiovisual graduate. So yeah, and I say the same thing about action movies because it's like all of them are the same. Like, okay, there's a mafia here, explosions, guns, shooting, someone getting kidnapped, asking for ransom, car chases, explosions, heists. Like, I want. I know it's what action is all about. That's what action is all about. But like, they can be creative with it. They can like add a little bit of horror, maybe a little bit of. They did add comedy, but they can like mix and match genres. Maybe rewrite action in a different form.
I think for costume dramas, that is rapidly improving with Bridgerton, a series I'm absolutely in love with
This was
because
the
they kind of
extension.
modernized it. Yeah.
Right, that's
Oh,
what-
talking about series,
Shows or series, yeah.
Bridgerton and Teen Wolf by far. But I recently read all the Bridgerton books, and they're wildly different from the series. But for the first time with books, I don't mind, because even the writer of the book, the author said that as long as they stay with their intended like future partner,
Yeah.
they can do whatever with the series and make it as interesting for us as possible. And they're succeeding. They're making a very modernized version of costume dramas with modern music in a classical way and stuff. And I'm absolutely in love with it.
Yeah.
And then my other series would definitely be Teen Wolf. I don't know what it is about that show,
Yeah.
but I could keep rewatching it. It's just so much fun.
Well, let's say my top two favorite TV shows. Currently, movie wise, I don't have any movie that I like currently because like I used to like The Fault in Our Stars, but I kind of outgrew it.
I
Yeah.
get that.
But recently, I am very fond of like sitcoms, and my favorite sitcom of all time. Well, my favorite series of all time is The Simpsons, hands down. But like Friends, I love that series.
Oh, I've heard a lot about it. I've seen tiny bits of it, and it looks really fun.
I do recommend.
I've seen the Hollywood star for Jennifer Aniston, I think.
I recommend it. I highly recommend it.
I mean, I'll put it on my list. Maybe after I finish. I'm currently binging Supernatural, but I could put it on there.
And since we're on, you like supernatural or like fantasy, science fiction stuff, right?
Yes,
So
definitely.
I recommend. I don't know if you've heard of Once Upon a Time, the series.
I have. I've never finished. Is it good?
I haven't gotten past season 5 because like back in the day it was still like being aired, so I just like stopped at season 5. It's not that it's bad. I didn't get the chance to continue it. There are like 7 seasons, but there is also a third series that I just remembered now. It's called Shameless US because there's a UK version, and it is a drama comedy. It has a lot of like it's rated M for like because there's like a little bit of like mature scenes and sex scenes in it, but it revolves around this dysfunctional family that are living with their dad. Their dad is like an alcoholic, and he does very despicable things, very disgusting things to his kids, and the kids grow up to be like a train wreck. One of them even comes out as like gay at some point. He ends up marrying someone, and his husband like served jail time and stuff. I do recommend that. It is like 10 seasons or 11 seasons, I guess. Yeah, but it's so gripping. There's a lot of what the fuck moments.
Oh, there's so much I have yet to see.
And one of the characters in Shameless is in Star Wars Jedi, both games.
Oh wait, I haven't seen the games. I'm afraid.
Maybe you've seen cover art of them. That's the guy that's in Shameless, Cameron Monaghan.
Wait, I can look it up. Wait.
Because I love how video games nowadays like base and shape the main character around like the voice actor.
Oh, I do know that voice actor actually. Yeah,
He's
I've
in
seen
Shameless.
movies.
He's in Shameless, so I do highly recommend it. But just a small warning: it might lead you to cry at some points, and
Oh
I
no,
don't cry easily. So
I don't either. But sometimes with a good game or a very good series, it creeps up on you.
yeah, I've had a lot of debate on this topic because one of my friends, uh, I recommended it to him, and he watched one episode of the US version because I didn't tell him there's Shameless US. So he started the UK and he liked the UK better, and he's telling me like, "Oh, the UK version is better." I'm like, it is so outdated. It is so dull. Like, it is the US version has more vitality in it. You know? Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So since we're like still talking about media, if your life was ever to be either a movie, TV show, or a video game, what would it be named and why?
Wow, we were honestly talking about anime intro songs today.
Yep.
It kind of brings me back to this. If I, what kind of movie would it be?
I mean,
The Dull Life of Neo.
mine would be what the fuck? That's what
It's
it's called.
just playing that. I would probably my show would probably be called Indecisive because if there's ever a choice, I will do everything in my life to avoid it. I'm very bad with making any simple choices, ranging from what are we going to do, or it sounds like Phineas and Ferb, what are we going to do today? To picking a game or even just a title for a movie like this. I'd say Indecisive.
Yeah, that's a fair choice. So, if you had the chance to switch lives with one celebrity from today, who would you pick and why? And it's just for a day.
Just for a day, a celebrity? Oh, I don't think I've thought about this. Probably someone who's playing in Bridgerton because, like I said, I'm madly in love with costumes.
Yeah.
The dresses they make, the show, the way they set this all up in the UK. I just love that they're visiting palaces in costume dresses, things.
Yeah.
I would be really, really enjoying that.
I've said it a lot in the previous episodes, but I would probably switch lives with Kim Kardashian, even though I despise her and the Kardashians, just because for three reasons. First reason, because I want to like have an idea of uh, how it feels to be a rich public figure or celebrity, and probably maybe send some of her money to my parents. And second is I just want to know what she's up to daily, you know. And the third reason is a stupid reason, but I love it. I want to be able to call her sisters bitches.
You've thought this through. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. That's
Yeah.
way smarter than me just saying I like the dresses.
No, it's not stupid what you said at all. No.
Oh, thank you.
It really is fascinating. So, judging by what you said, you would really love if you would be able to go back in time to the 50s or the 40s where these dresses were the fashion back then, right?
Probably even earlier. But that's the thing. I love the fashion there. I don't think I would like the general time period. Because times were different then, but I love the fashion they have there. I don't know if you've ever seen Bridgerton or like small trailers of it.
Is it British?
It is. Wait.
Yeah, I assume they have fancy dresses and the big gowns and those.
Yes. Oh wait, I have an example here. Just hidden there.
Okay.
It's absolutely amazing. And that with the show has a modernized idea to it. So it's old-fashioned costume drama, romantic things and everything with a modern layer to it. It's really nice.
I imagine. That's what I said. Like, go back to that.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it, so that was a guess.
You were right on.
So now let's talk or let's before there's a little bit of a food related questions, but there's also before that topic, using just one or two words, how would you describe 2024 so far?
So far, I'd see a turn point for me. Like in terms of my future taking shape now with my internship. And second word, I'd say artistic because I want to expand my horizons.
Okay, yeah, that's valid. Which of these three would you give up if you ever had the chance to? Money, gaming, or love?
Oh wow, I don't know.
You can skip. Just a reminder, if you don't know and if you're blanking out, you can easily skip.
I will skip because I am blanking out.
Yeah, no worries. So something you always wanted to learn but you didn't find time for.
I'd say any other language than today. Or I am very much into language, but I've always been really intrigued with medicine. I would have loved to learn more about the medical field, which is why I'm taking medical translation next year. It's sort of my way.
Any specific field in medicine, actually? Like, for example, maybe like anatomy or those? Or...
I'd say near a practitioner. I've worked with a lot of elderly in the job I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm working in like how do I translate this? Like aid for the elderly. Yeah, so it's like aiding elderly within their houses.
Caregiver.
Yeah, I'm a caregiver, basically, sort of. So that's kind of the job I'm doing. So I would have loved to learn more about like practicing medicine.
Okay, yeah. So now the following are food related. What's your favorite comfort food of all time?
Garlic bread. I don't know how to explain it, but there's like a little place here that sends garlic bread, and it's my favorite.
I love garlic in all its form.
It's so good, right? You should try the New York pizza garlic bread if you ever get the chance. It's delightful.
I think there is something similar to that, but instead of what do they put with it? Like, is there like any meat in it?
It's a cheesy, very cheesy garlic bread.
No, because like we have something similar here. It's called garlic chicken, which is like marinated chicken cut into like slices or like round pieces or cubes, marinated in sauce and those, and then you barbecue them and then you put them on pizza with garlic on top of it, with like the normal cheese and the ham and everything.
So that sounds like heaven.
If I remember, I will send you the recipe at some point.
Oh yes, please! I would love to see that.
Yeah, we also have wraps, like sandwich wraps of these chickens, the marinated ones, alone here. It's like a street food or like a fast food thing here.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing.
So what's the weirdest thing you've ever tasted?
I don't think I've really tasted really interesting things, but I'd probably have to say like calamari, but it's not really that much out there, but I think that would qualify as one of the more adventurous choices I've made.
I've mistakenly tasted octopus.
Wait, how so?
So my cousin likes to experiment with her food. So she put so she did the curry, but she didn't use the ingredients of the curry. Like she marinated the rice of the curry with the curry, like the curry powders and those, so they're yellow. So she inserted small teeny tiny octopus into them, and I was like taking them out, but my dad had already served me a plate, so I was like, well, okay, I'll try to just eat around it. But one of them had snuck in, and then when I was like chewing on it, I realized it's like, oh my god, why is it delicious and what's that? She's like, that's octopus. I'm like, that's disgusting, but it's delicious. Why?
That's the exact emotion you go through. I've always been kind of anxious about trying new foods. And then I think my dad told me once that they were onion rings when I was really young. So I tried one. I was like, oh, this is nice. And then he told me it was calamari. And I immediately was like, no, wait, no, I don't like it anymore. But then again, it was really good. And now I still like calamari.
Nice. Yeah,
it's about the idea of what you're eating, I think.
Because I love crab, calamari. I, for some reason, don't like sausages, like those marinated sausages. I don't know what you call them.
I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah.
The one you put on a barbecue, right? Those types?
Yeah, the small ones that become a little bit like dark brownish, very dark brown. That's not hot dog. Like you don't eat them in hot dogs. Like I don't know what they're called in English, honestly.
I think over here we tend to call them knockwursches, but I'm not sure if that's the
Probably,
same thing.
probably. Yeah,
They're not hot dogs, but they're the tiny versions, right?
yeah, yeah,
No, those are the ones. Yeah.
yeah. So what's your favorite drink?
I really like. I'm very much overly happy with soda. I tend to drink a lot of Coca-Cola or anything, but I also really like strawberry milk.
Ooh,
It's one thing I used to get when I was really young, and
yeah,
I've always loved it. So
yeah.
my grand sometimes just brings a bottle, so I have a bit of strawberry milk every time I visit her. It's really nice.
That's nice. Yeah, I haven't had soda since probably since 2021, because
Oh
I
wow!
yeah I decided to just cut them off since like they're not good for my health. So I substitute them with sparkling drinks. Anything that has sparkling in it, I would
Just
drink.
as long as it's fizzy, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's smart. I probably should do that.
yeah. We have the Warheads even did like a sour watermelon soda, but it's not quite a soda. It's more sparkling and fizzy than soda, but they marketed it as soda. That's one example.
As long as it's not soda, but more fizzy.
Yeah.
You recommend that to stop drinking so much soda?
Well, if you can manage to find anything that's sparkling flavored, I highly recommend that. There's even, I like have a diet of like just drinking juice after 9 p.m. And I consume a lot. So there's like these tiny powdered packets, like small ones with 1.5 liters, and I just pour them into like a huge container, and I just drink them. There's a lot of flavors. One of them is soda flavored, like cola flavored. So I substitute my cola with this,
Oh, that's really smart.
and it's just 1 calorie or two. Sometimes it's five, but they don't go like extreme. So it's really sugar free, and it's really what's it called? Gluten free.
I've been using a tiny bit of Air Up, which helps because I want to drink a bit more water. But Air Up helps. I don't. Do you know it?
No.
It's like a water bottle, but then you put a little thing on top, which could be like lemon or any other flavor. I
Oh,
think they have
yeah.
cola too. But instead of drinking actual different, you drink water, but because you smell the other flavor, your brain triggers and thinks you're drinking like lemon water or something.
Yeah.
That's been helping me a lot.
Yeah. No. We've had something similar to these here. It's like actual water, like not sparkling or fizzy, but flavored.
Oh, so it's sort of similar.
Yeah, they're like lemon. There used to be some mandarin, but not orange. I don't know why. There was also strawberry flavored. I was like, ooh, I'm so in love. Now I cannot find them. I'm like, well, bummer.
Strawberry flavor sounds really good.
Yeah, I do recommend you just go and like try and find in any supermarkets or maybe even online if you can. Try and buy a lot of like sparkling drinks, like sparkling water, any flavors you want. I do recommend that if you want to like substitute, because soda is very bad, and if you're trying to change that habit or get yourself to drink something, maybe that can help.
Like that. That's
Yeah,
really smart. Thank you.
no worries. So the final question of the segment is hold on, where's the question? Uh, what's one big red flag you cannot handle in a person?
I like that. I've there's this guy on Instagram that usually runs around with a big
Yeah.
green or red flag whenever he sees it. It's
Mhm.
really funny. So it immediately made me think of that.
That's right. Yeah.
I'd s- honestly, bringing back pet peeves, I'd probably say if I notice you, like,
It's a
if
little
I
bit
notice,
different than pet peeves though, but like because like if I notice something in a person, maybe like um he has the habit of like being annoying. It's different than pet peeves, kind of. Yeah.
I'd say, I'd say when I notice things are being twisted. Gaslighting sounds like such a
Yeah.
mainstream answer, but when I notice, for example, when I say one thing and my words are turned around,
Yeah.
for example, to come back to me within a different context, I'd say that would probably be a massive red flag to me.
Yeah. One of them as well. Now I think about it, and I've been like freaked out. Like I've been even like trying not to let it like scare me to death. Thinking about it, it's sudden change. You know, like okay, I don't mind change, but if I notice that it's slowly something is slowly changing, I'm like this helps me adapt to it. But if like there's like sudden imminent change, which is like something you cannot escape, but um, I I don't know why it freaks the hell out of me.
Just a massive change of events where,
Yeah,
yeah, you're. That's. I think that just relates to getting thrown out of your comfort zone. Because I would hate that too if that
yeah,
were to happen to
and
me.
routine as well. Like you're used to someone, for example, being close to someone, being friends with someone, then you notice them not like not replying, not texting back, and then my mind starts to creep in or creep up.
You start spiraling.
Yeah, and then that's what caused like a small depression episode yesterday because like I overthink. That's one big problem I have.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I get really anxious. I always feel like I say the wrong thing, and then I start texting people. I'm like, I'm sorry, you know, and then they're just busy. That's
yeah,
sometimes what happens to me. But I get that. I spiral
yeah.
when something like that happens too.
I always link it to me being always up in their nose, like being always or trying to be always like pushy, if I can say the word. Like, oh, you're in this voice chat. No, I need to join. I'm like, sometimes my mind does that, and I hate it, and I really want to change it, but I am unable to. I'm trying, but I'm unable to. Like, oh, they're doing something I like, but they're not doing it with me. So I'm like, uh, okay. Then I reassure myself, it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. It's okay. Calm down. That freaks me.
I think usually what helps a lot if you feel like this happens. I think usually what helps out is just explaining yourself to that person because I'm an overly apologetic person. I'll say sorry a lot, so much we've made a sorry counter for me.
Yeah.
That's how it is, and
I've
we had to
tried.
reset it.
I've tried explaining myself, and I didn't think they had interest, because like it isn't it isn't that much of a big deal in their eyes, and I've pointed it out a lot of times. But it's maybe it's just how they are. It's okay.
Some people are just really laid back or different about those
Yeah.
things. I know I'm a notoriously bad texter, and that sometimes is not the best trait I have.
So this segment is a mini game. So I've added a mini
Ooh.
game to play before we get intense and serious in the mental health in the next segment. So
All right.
you know the game Kill, Marry, Sleep with.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
It's similar. In this mini, I will name a set of 3 games each time. You will have to tell me which one you'd play, which one you'd delete from existence, and which one you'd play once, either all the way through or just try it out and then uninstall. It's called
Okay.
Play, Delete, Uninstall. That also includes the whole franchise.
Okay.
We're gonna start off with some shooter games: Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, and Battlefield.
Counter-Strike. Wait, which one's Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, and Battlefield? I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
I'd guess I'd play Call of Duty. I would definitely uninstall Counter-Strike. and delete Battlefield.
Fair enough. Battlefield is EA, I guess.
I've never played Battlefield, so I'm just...
I've played Counter-Strike as a kid, like in internet cafes, but it never stuck around, because Counter-Strike is the mother of these games, like the initial.
Counter-Strike is the one I uninstalled, so it kind of just feels good.
It's fine. Apex, Fortnite, and Valorant.
Play Valorant. Uninstall. I guess uninstall Fortnite and delete. No, other way. Uninstall Apex and delete Fortnite.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. We're gonna go into the horror aspect of games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Quake, Doom, and the Elder Scroll series.
I don't know if I am allowed to have an opinion because I haven't played any of the three, so I don't know much about it.
What you've seen, maybe?
I guess play the Elder Scrolls?
Okay, fair enough.
I wouldn't know about Quake or Doom.
That's fine. Lethal Company, Content Warning, and Among Us.
Play Lethal Company, it's too good. Uninstall content and delete Among Us.
Okay, Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, and Diablo.
Play Baldur's Gate, definitely. Let's see, we had Diablo and?
Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, and Diablo.
Okay, uninstall Elden Ring and delete Diablo. And then play Baldur's Gate, of course.
So, Phasmophobia, Demonologist, Devour.
Play Phasmo, uninstall Demonologist, and delete Devour.
Okay, Visage or Visage, Madison, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, so I haven't played Madison. I've heard good things about it.
Okay.
So, but this is really big franchises you're asking.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
Oh boy. Okay. So play Five Nights at Freddy's. Delete. Oh no, uninstall Visage. And because I don't know about Madison, I'm gonna say delete.
Fair enough. Alan Wake, Resident Evil, and The Evil Within.
I only know Resident Evil, so I'm gonna say play because I love the series.
Is there any one of them you'd love to try, or are you planning to try?
I haven't known about... I know them by name, but I don't know what either of them really mean.
Okay, so we're gonna skip this.
Yes.
Destiny 2, Dead Space, and Mass Effect.
I don't know any of those, so I'm gonna have to skip those as well.
No worries. Dead Island, Left 4 Dead, and Dying Light. I know you don't like gory games, but you've probably...
Funnily enough, I've played Dead Island, and I've played Left 4 Dead, because they are not necessarily gory if you see it, it's just a hack and slash, but if you see, like, any horror movie or things where you see the gore laid out before you...
Yeah.
Yes, I don't like that.
I mean, Dying Light has gore laying in front of you, like zombies on the floor and those dismembered.
Then we delete Dying Light and we play Dead Island, I guess, and uninstall Left 4 Dead.
I love these. Don't Starve Together, The Forest, and The Quarry.
Okay, I haven't played Don't Starve, so I'm gonna say delete.
It's my favorite game of all time, and don't worry about it. I'm not upset.
I'm sorry. The Quarry is fun for a one-time playthrough, but we can uninstall that again. Except for the Peanut Butter Butter Pop song, because that one makes me happy. Pop, pop, peanut butter, butter pops! And then, play The Forest, of course.
Okay. Dead Rising, The Mortuary Assistant, The Walking Dead.
Oh god, The Walking Dead is an uninstall one. The tears that one gave me.
Okay.
I'd say play... which one was it? I haven't played the Dead Rising. It was the Mortuary. Play the Mortuary.
Is the silly, funny, like spoof version of the zombies, where you can, it's more of like a comedy spoof zombie hack and slash.
Okay, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to say delete.
No worries. Dead by Daylight, TCM, which is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Evil Dead the Game.
It's funny, because I haven't played either one except DVD, and I'm gonna safely say delete DVD. I don't know about any of the other two, but they're safe, but delete DVD.
Delete them all.
Yes.
Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, and The Last of Us.
I'd say play The Last of Us. Uninstall 7 Days to Die. But I don't know the last one, but I'm gonna say delete Project Zomboid.
It's like a top-down view, more arcade looking zombie apocalypse game. It's
Uh,
very fun.
Okay, it sounds good. Sadly, going to delete it.
No worries, no worries. So Little Nightmares, the Alien series, and Silent Hills.
Ooh, I haven't played Silent Hill, so I'm just gonna yeet that to the delete because I don't have knowledge. I'd say the Alien ones are fun for a playthrough, so uninstall and then play the Alien series, uninstall Little Nightmares.
Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, and Genshin Impact.
I've only played Genshin, and I've uninstalled it. I don't know about the other two. I guess that's about as far as my knowledge goes.
You've heard of, or you've probably seen Final Fantasy, right?
I've probably a glimpse.
So Kingdom Hearts is Final Fantasy, but
Disney. Sorry, if it's Disney, I'm gonna say play.
I am going through.
Disney's my childhood.
I'm going through the series right now. I'm playing my favorite installment. I'm not playing them in order. I need to go back to Kingdom Hearts 3 because I'm in the Toy Story world now in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wow. Okay, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's like the premise of it is like you, I think Maleficent and like some evil organization called Organization 13. I'm gonna sum it up. It's like a huge lore and stuff. So they're all up to no good. So they've trapped the main 8 or 7 Disney princesses like Aurora, Snow White, Cinderella, and those. And they are using their hearts to build something called Kingdom Hearts. They need the light to be able to build some darkness as well. So so all the Disney worlds in each game, like there's like over 12 games. So you go into worlds, different worlds. You fight nobodies and like those kind of mobs. And you have to just like save the world each time, with a keyblade.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So is it kind of like Hades that you replay every time?
It's not like Hades, but it is worth replaying, and you should look for it because it's coming to Steam. I think it is on Steam.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and they have like it's like two games, but because like they've packaged half of them into one and the other half into another game. So it's like Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.8 Final Mix.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put this on my list. I didn't know it was so cool with Disney and content related.
You're gonna love it, but it's a lot of like it's a JRPG.
Okay.
And the final question is there's actually 2 final questions: Cyberpunk, GTA, and Saints Row.
I only know GTA, so I'd have to say play GTA.
Saints Row is the comedy or the more adult but spoofy version of GTA.
It sounds cool. I guess I'll put that on uninstall.
Okay. Delete Cyberpunk, which I agree with.
I've heard of Cyberpunk. I don't know too much about it. And what I don't know, I guess I won't miss.
No worries. Assassin's Creed, Uncharted, and Tomb Raider.
Let me think. Oh, these are difficult. I've only seen and played like a very small amount.
Yeah.
So I probably have to say play Assassin's Creed. I like. Does deleting a franchise include deleting movies and things?
It's all game related, so I don't think so.
Okay.
But you've given me an idea, so.
No, don't hate me if I say delete Tomb Raider then and
no worries.
Uninstall Uncharted.
No worries. So now we've come into the final segment of the episode, which is the mental health. So in this segment, we will be talking about mental health and some sensitive subjects. I apologize in advance for any heavy or triggering terms that might be used. Mental health is not an easy subject to talk about. I'm gonna say this again. Some subjects might seem triggering or heavy, not initially in this episode, but I'm speaking in general because we've had a lot of triggering terms, a lot of triggering things, and a lot of dark episodes at the end, or dark segments. So be well aware as you listen. Feel free to either skip or dip out on the segment if you feel uncomfortable about some subjects. This also applies to future episodes, so listen at your own risk. So I asked Zumi about like what she would love to talk about, and she said, I lost my grandpa, which has affected me immensely. And then I said, I lost my paternal grandma in 2020, and it has affected me so much. I haven't kind of spoken or like delved into the loss of a family member aspect yet, so I'm very happy and very pleased to talk about it in this episode. So I'm gonna shut up, and it's all your segment.
Oh boy. Thank you for sharing honestly that with me. It's always kind of difficult to talk about because, as you know, family is immensely important to me. I grew up with having my grandparents across the street. So it's always kind of just been having them near me. They always, my parents, full-time teachers, so we always kind of went to grandma and grandpa before school. So I grew up with having my grandparents taking care of me as much as my parents did, and that always made me really happy. So at some point during my it's something heavy, but basically during high school I went on this trip to the UK, and when I came back, my grandpa, a painter, I got my artist site from him. He was kind of my best friend, and I came back and he started talking with difficulty. So we found out he had a brain tumor. And that was incredibly devastating, which is why, yeah, it still feels like every time I heard the news, I still feel like I'm crashing down. And from the moment he was diagnosed, we had a little less than a few months before we lost him. It was a very, very fast roller coaster, going downhill only, sadly. And it affected us so much. I'm still very close with my grandma. She's still here. She walks the dog with me every day. But losing my grandpa like that so fast, with him, especially with a brain tumor, putting pressure on your brain, making it difficult to talk. It was, I don't know how to describe it. It was devastating.
Yeah, but can you like tell me a little bit about like how close and how meaningful your relationship with your grandpa was? Because like I was kind of close with my grandma, but like I kind of neglected going to see her like in her final years because of like COVID and stuff, and there was tension building with my aunt. When she died, the day she died on September 6th of 2020, I was at work. It was 5 p.m. I felt a shiver, and I felt like something is squeezing me tight, like hugging me so tight. And then I open up Facebook, and I see my cousin posting about her, because I knew she was in the hospital. She was healthy, she was aware, she didn't have dementia. The only problem is that she had like, she couldn't walk very well. Her feet and her hands always have like those veins. I don't know what you call them.
I know which one you mean.
Yeah. So that's the only issue she had. She was super awake and super aware at 84 years. She was very active, no signs of dementia whatsoever. But let's say an overdose or maybe faulty medical care that just led to this. And I kind of like loathed every single family member ever since. But then I was like, well, maybe it's meant to be like that. But I don't know if I sound creepy or weird when I say that. Uh, I don't know if you relate to that, but like at some point, they say that if you really love and think about someone dear to you when they die, their spirit stays with you for 3 days prior. And I was saying like that's kind of a little bit bullshit, because I quite kind of didn't believe in spirits until that incident happened where I was on the balcony, because it was at the end of summer and it still was hot here back then, and my dad was sleeping in his bedroom, and suddenly we have like those we have wooden chairs in the kitchen. So I hear the chair screeching and moving, as if like either someone bumped into it or someone is moving it out of the way. And I didn't do that because I was on the balcony, so I knew she was there. Yeah, she stayed with me for like 3 days, and then I just stopped feeling her presence.
I think I noticed something similar.
Yeah.
I never heard of the 3-day thingy, but I remember
Yeah.
when he passed, before at the very early days when he got sick, I kind of painted this heart box
Yeah.
with hope on it. And I gave it to him when he was in the hospital. I put some little trinkets in it, and I gave it to him for that moment. And the moment when he passed that evening, I remember we were sitting all together, and I remember standing up out of nowhere, walking to that box, and picking it up. I don't know why, but when I opened it, I saw he wrote a message on the very early days when he got sick. And I still have no clue or explanation as to why I wanted to hold the box I gifted him.
Yeah.
Because there were many things I could have done. I could have sat there, I could have grabbed something to drink that evening, I could have done anything, but instead I went to that box and I found a message he left me and something he wrote and kept there. Because he couldn't write at the end. This was from when he was very, very early in the beginning stages, so... I think he guided me there. That's what I like to believe.
Yeah.
I don't have an explanation for why I otherwise went to grab that box with hope the moment he passed.
Yeah. And I always thought to myself, like, how can a chair that's kind of a little bit heavy to carry or move or even lift move on its own, or just make that screeching noise, or like that noise where you like when you bump into it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how?
There's no explanation for it.
Yeah. I'm like,
neither the chair nor the box.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's a lot we don't know beyond our world that I'm really curious about, and this can or may or may not relate to something I have, a case. It's called astral projection. I don't know if you know about it.
I've heard about it, yeah.
It's like when your soul kind of like let's not say the obscure term of leaves your body. It's like your soul travels places and then gets back. Sometimes it might fail to come back, but most of the times, or sometimes, it can happen while you're still awake. Because, explain this. Why do I sometimes feel like I'm being thrown onto the bed from the sky when I'm still in the bed with like 3 layers of sheets on me, like 3 layers of covers in the winter, and I feel like someone like suddenly threw me onto the bed, and I'm still wide awake.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it happened like last week or the week before. I was just watching YouTube and just resting on my left side, and then I feel like someone threw me onto the bed. I'm like, what the fuck? Is it happening again? So I'm dreading that someday it might happen and I might not make it back. So I don't know. And the thing is, you don't feel it when it happens.
I'm thinking about. I don't know much about astral projection, but I'm guessing you need something of an anchor to make sure you find your way, like something to find your way back, something you hold on to.
Yeah, and I've had a lot of like near miss dreams where like I dreamt of like uh I couldn't I don't know if it's sleep paralysis, but like I couldn't wake up. I tell myself, wake up, wake up. I try to move my body, but I can't move. Maybe it's sleep paralysis, but like I've had dreams where I was like in very, very, very sticky situations where I was either gonna be stabbed or have the AC, the vent or the fan of the AC that you put outside of your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I was walking on the street and like there's a whole line of them lined up next to each other on the whole sidewalk where where there was no other way. So I was walking and they start falling behind me. I've had such dreams and I was like, okay, now you're in a sticky situation. Just get yourself out of it. And I don't know if it's sleep paralysis, but I try, and then after like several tries, I wake up.
It sounds scary.
I know. I've never spoken about this, but like,
Thank you for sharing it with me.
no
I
worries.
don't know much about it, but I'm guessing staying calm would be the thing, but I'd be terrified in a situation like that.
I mean, I keep telling myself that like, okay, I'm not ready to just like die yet. I know it sounds a little bit like sinister and a little bit like dark.
I play horror games. I can take dark. You're good.
No worries. Yeah, but like, no, what I meant is um, if it's my time to die, I'm not ready yet. But if it's like, if I have no other choice, then I'm here today. I may not be here tomorrow. So I try sometimes telling people that like take advantage of the time you have with me because I may be here today, but I'm not here tomorrow. And they keep on telling me like, ah, drama queen.
No, but really, you gotta live each day. You gotta make everything count.
Yeah.
At least that's what I took from when we had so little time with my granddad. We made every day count.
Yeah.
So it's about the memories and every moment you could, do something, make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Like every day I go to see my grandma at least for a bit if I can. It's all gonna count.
Yeah. So take advantage of the time you have with your loved ones. Go see them.
Yes.
Go spend time. They're here today. They're not here tomorrow. Nothing is promised. Neither that also applies to you guys. So you might be here today. You might not be here tomorrow. I'm not like giving bad juju or like putting some sort of voodoo on you. It's like you never know how the world will work. So just take care of yourselves. I'm gonna be ending on this phrase. Take care of yourselves. Live each second as it's your last. Visit your other ones. Love your other ones. Love yourselves. And spend time with the people that you care about the most, whether it's virtually or personally. Anything else you want to add, Zumi?
Thank you for having me. I was really nervous, but I'm glad we did it today. Thank you.
How do you feel now?
I'm really glad, proud of myself for. I did, and I'm just thank you for being so patient with me.
I've worked with celebrities. This idea is kind of like a migration from the podcast I used to do here in my country with local celebrities. So working with celebrities is so difficult and taxing. So this idea was in mind since 2022, but I didn't start it, and now I link things. Maybe it wasn't meant to start in 2022. That's how I link
But you
things.
did realize it, which
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah, but no, like how I link things sometimes it's like if it's meant to be, it will be. But it wasn't meant to be back then. It's meant to be now. And I've lost a lot of people. Like we fell off. We like went our separate ways, or we just had a misunderstanding that I would have really loved having on the podcast. But like, well, one of them encouraged me to start the podcast, and we had a misunderstanding that led to me just departing, and well, now I'm here. Now everybody is loving the podcast. People are meeting each other because of the podcast.
I love that. You're bringing people together with your talent.
Yeah, I was really baffled to know that they have something in Australia, like an event, PAX, I think, something like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. So someone at PAX told my friend that I've come across a podcast you were on. And I don't know that person. So they know that person, and he told them. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm wanting. That's what I'm aiming for in life. When I was a kid, I used to say like, oh, I want to be famous. Like, I want to be a celebrity. I'm like, now I learned the bitter truth that like fame is taxating, but if you're famous in your own way, like for example now, like people know my name, but I'm not a celebrity, you know. That's the kind of famous I like, you know. It feels like soothing,
just having that welcoming place people recognize you from.
and also like I started infusing something into my channel, which is networking. And if I know a person for a while, at least like for like maybe a month, if they are a regular for a month and they ask me for example, help with regarding like getting a friend to affiliate or getting to a certain follow goal or like doing this and that, I've gotten a lot of people. And I'm not talking out of ego or out of like show off or anything, but like I've helped a lot of people. Most of them are my mods, and I'd be happy to help out. This is my goal, paying it forward. I don't want anything in return, which is why I ended up with a lot of like diamonds and a lot of swords in many channels, and I'm very grateful for that.
It's a noble and really kind goal.
Yeah, and just like I made one theme song for someone, and I ended up with a diamond, and I'm very, very honored about that. You know who you are, and I know that you listen to the podcast a lot. So, Hammer Pants, I'm talking about you, and also one of my mods and friends, Calf Master. I know you listen to the podcast. Hi. You're both amazing people. You've both impacted my life as friends, as content creators, as gaming buddies, and I can be, let's say, I'm lucky to like kind of know you, you know, like you've I'm trying to help, you know, like I don't care about how many viewers there are in my channel or in my stream. I used to worry before, but then I was like, well, enjoy your time, stop stressing, because like I want everybody to be included. I want everybody to just be like have fun, you know, like if you want to lurk, if you don't want to talk, that's your place to be. If you want to chat, even in intense games, I'm very chill. Like Dying Light is intense with zombies and everything, and I'm very chill in that game.
Bringing the good vibes.
Yep. So that's about all the time we have. Thank you again, Zumi, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
I will see you probably on the flip side, everyone. And please take care of yourselves and know that you are loved and you matter. Bye.